Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery. It's my pleasure to be with you most weekday mornings at this time, 8 o'clock Central. Today is Tuesday, April 26, 2022. We get together with our distribution partners in the mornings to talk strategy, tips, techniques, share success stories, but mainly we're here to support you. Yesterday, we did the grand announcement on the relaunch of the free 4-week funding program, what we call 2.0. And you see that on the left-hand side of the screen here for 4weekfunding.org, whereby the clients are able to go through with absolutely no cost, and you can become a referral partner at absolutely no cost, get a landing page that'll look like this. And so then when people go to your landing page, they'll fill out this form. It'll automatically credit you. Then we'll go through the 4-week curriculum, which is some of what we're going to talk about today. And then if they decide to go into the funding phase, then you'll make 5 points off of their capital raise, averaging around $5,000. So it's a pretty good gig, right? Think about it. No cost for the client to enroll. No cost for you to be a referral partner, free landing page. All you do is refer people to your landing page. If they go through the process, you make around $5,000. Not bad. Now, what I want to talk about today, though, is to build greater familiarity and I think value in what's included when we're working with clients through the 4-week process. So we use an award-winning curriculum developed by the FDIC, promoted by the SBA. Week 1 is on planning. That's going to be our focus for our discussion today. Week 2 is on building business credit, which we do for the client at no cost, guarantee them at least $10,000 under the EIN, no personal credit use. Week 3, module 3, we're going to work on financial reporting, getting them to have a balance sheet, profit and loss, key person policy, having those collateral elements in place. And then 4th is banking and money, pulling it all together. Again, today, let's drill in specifically on week 1. So in week 1, we're helping the client build a lender compliant business plan. We pay for it. You don't pay for it. They don't pay for it. We pay for it. We've paid $10,000 or more in a given month to buy these live plan licenses for our clients. That's part of what the grant covers. So it's okay. It's free to you, free to the client. What I want to do is spend a little bit of time talking about live plan and that value proposition, because I think if you know more about it, it will further build your confidence, your conviction, and allow you to enroll more people in the 4-week funding program, which helps them and puts around $5,000 in your pocket each time. With live plan, here's the background. When I worked for the SBA, we had annual conventions. And so I went to the annual convention in Washington, D.C. So it wasn't in Washington, D.C. every year. It moved around, but it happened to be in D.C. that year. And that's where I met with the live plan representatives and got trained. And it's an amazing software that I'll describe more fully. So we used it as SBA advisors. So it's obviously very credible. And then when I left the SBA and went to work as a full-time college professor, I had the college purchase this for our entrepreneurial students. And so they built business plans as they went through the credit earning class. So when we talk about this process that we're giving away through the free 4-week funding program is worth $2,500, it really is, when you consider that there are direct costs like the live plan licenses that we pay, plus the training and support. Even at the community college that I taught at, for students just to go through my course and do essentially over 12 to 16 weeks, what we're doing in 4 weeks, they were paying the college around $500. And I'd have classes of 30 or 40 people. So this is a great value for the client. All right, so let's dig into live plan. So again, we provide LivePlan for free to clients that are going through the free 4-week funding program. We'll send them their license agreement, and then we provide a mentor to work with them. All of our mentors are current or former SBDC advisors, SCORE mentors, and or, like myself, former business college professors. So we're going to go through and just get you more familiar with how LivePlan works and the value proposition, because the more that you know about this, again, I think the more excited you'll be to help small businesses. So let me go ahead and play this video.
Getting started in LivePlan is easy. When you log into your account for the first time, we'll ask for a few simple details about your business. We'll also give you the chance to invite your team to collaborate. Do you want to test a new business idea, secure funding, create a strategic plan, build an accurate sales forecast, or track your business performance? Select a goal, and LivePlan will recommend a starting point to position you for success. In this example, let's test a new business idea and start with the pitch.
Okay, so the startup, we will send them an invitation via email. We've already paid for their license, so they won't be asked to pay anything, but they'll have to go ahead and set up their login as described. Let's talk a little bit about how we help with business strategy using LivePlan. We'll play this one. Stand by, please.
Pitch is an easy and effective way to quickly document your business idea. You can describe your business in one compelling sentence, add custom market segments, include financial projections, list key milestones, and more. When you're finished, you can publish your pitch to PowerPoint or share it with others over email and social media.
Very good. And then we'll go down and talk more about business strategy here. Let's play this one. Oh, this is a visual example. So this is a one-page business pitch. We use this less frequently. We use the pitch less frequently with debt-based capital raises, more often with equity-based, but it's a really good experience for the client to be able to summarize in one page their pitch. So stating who they are, we can help them create a logo if they need it. What is the problem that they're solving? What's the solution to that? We look at their target market, identify competitors, how much funding that they need, maybe 100,000, maybe it's a lot more. Identify in general our sales and marketing channels, create some financial projections, highlight the team. Scrolling on down here. And so once the pitch is completed, which is the one-page pitch, then normally we will go to the full business plan. So let's view this brief video. Stand by, please.
Can be edited and include simple instructions that are easy to follow. Sections also include multiple examples from other business plans to help you avoid getting stuck. With LivePlan, you don't have to stress about the financials. When you complete your forecast, LivePlan automatically adds great-looking, accurate charts to your business plan. Everything in your plan is customizable, so you can add, delete, or rearrange sections as you like. When you're finished with your plan, add a cover page, and then download or print your business plan. You can use one of our 10 themes to make your plan clean and professional and ready to impress investors.
Okay, so there's output. So once the client and their advisor, their mentor have developed the content within LivePlan, it can be exported out either as a Word document, as a PDF document, or even as a PowerPoint as referenced before. And then the financial projections. So let's go take a look at it. Stand by, please.
And LivePlan is stress-free and easy. You don't need to be an accountant or create any complex formulas and spreadsheets. Instead, enter the sales you think you can make, the personnel you plan to hire, and other expenses you anticipate, and LivePlan will automatically create your financial statements. Because you can trust the calculations, you don't have to be sure of every single number before you enter it. Feel free to start with some educated guesses and then review your forecast to see if your guesses are reasonable. If they aren't, simply adjust your expectations in the forecast and update your business plan. If your business is already up and running, you can use our what-if scenarios to create multiple forecasts. Wondering if you can afford to hire a new employee? Create a new forecast to find out. Want to see what might happen if you do better than expected? Add a forecast where sales rise by 20% to see what opportunities you have. With LivePlan, anyone can create financial forecasts that make sense.
So there's really two primary parts that we focus on with clients within LivePlan. There's the plan section, and it was more described here on number 4, where it's more of the words. And then the second primary area is the forecast, which are the numbers. LivePlan does a great job of importing in the numbers, the charts, the graphs into the verbiage, which, as we mentioned a moment ago, can be exported out. There's some really interesting information on benchmarking. So let me restart this and we'll listen to it.
Realistic. Use LivePlan's benchmarks data to find out. You can select the industry that most closely resembles your business, further segment the data by U.S. region, and select an annual company revenue to find businesses that are the same size as your own. Now you can compare your forecast data with your competition and review key metrics, including a 3-year and 10-year industry average. If you're not sure what each metric means, LivePlan explains how they are calculated, what they mean, and how each metric should perform. We've expanded our benchmarks data to include 7 new performance metrics to make it even more powerful. These new performance metrics will help you make strategic decisions to keep your business profitable, efficient, and healthy. If your forecast doesn't look right compared to industry benchmarks, simply adjust your plan and determine more realistic expectations for your business.
This was really important, and it came up a lot when I worked for the SBA. We'd have clients that came in and they would have projections that were out of line with the industry standards. I can tell you that when you go apply for larger amounts of funding, business loans, it's not unusual that the bank will compare your projections to industry averages. And if it's out of line, then either you're the next Elon Musk, you've found some way to do something radically different, or you have some fundamental flaws in your assumptions. So this is a really nice element of LivePlan, where we can not only create the plan, create the forecast, but compare our numbers to industry norms. All right, so let's take a look at the dashboard here. Let me restart it.
LivePlan with an accounting solution like QuickBooks Online or Xero to start tracking your actual results against your financial forecast. Mapping your data only takes a few minutes. Once you're connected, LivePlan automatically displays key metrics like revenue, expenses, and more. Regularly reviewing your numbers in LivePlan will help you make important strategic decisions and keep your business healthy.
Excellent. So what that was pointing out is the fact that it's not just creating hypothetical content, but we can actually reconcile actual performance, often pulled from QuickBooks, compare it to our projections. And so it's a living, ongoing resource for the client, not just a planning tool. So with that, I want to open up for questions, but my primary goal today was to help each of you maybe better understand it. And if you enroll and go through the free 4-week funding program yourself, we'll buy you a license for LivePlan. We'll assign you a mentor. We'll go through the 4-week process to get your lender compliant loan package created to help you become credible enough on paper to get the funding that you need to make sure that you get at least $10,000 of funding, of credit, of access to capital under your EIN. So best case scenario is for you to go to 4-week funding and go through it yourself, because by you doing so, you'll have experiential firsthand learning. But if you choose not to do that, at least with the LivePlan brief tour here, I wanted to give you an overview. So who has questions, comments, concerns on Module 1, We're going to talk about each module this week as we go through. Tomorrow and Wednesday, we're going to drill more into what we do on module 2. Thursday on module 3. We actually will not have training on Friday. Sharon asked, does Live Plan work with nonprofits? Yes, and so it's outstanding that it works for nonprofits, but also there are many different industries that we can get sample business plans, and so I can show you here. So it really helps the clients. Instead of having to start from scratch, we have over 500 sample business plans, including, as Sharon was asking, nonprofit. Great question, Sharon. All right, so Bruce is asking again about the mentors. And so through the free 4-week program, it's not your responsibility to have to do the mentoring. We will assign a mentor. All of our mentors have gone through a background check, criminal, credit, educational. They have to have experience either as a SBA, SBDC advisor, and or a SCORE mentor, and or a business college professor. So again, the value proposition that you and I are offering these clients through the 4-week funding program is significant. Again, what's it cost them? It costs them nothing, so we don't have to worry about the price. And we're just now talking about module 1, just the first one on the business plan, helping them develop a lender compliant business plan. We pay for the subscription to Live Plan, and we provide the mentoring to help them. So that is significant. If you're a white label partner like Bruce is, then you may not want to bring clients through the free 4-week funding program. You may want to just bring them through your access to capital, Bruce. And so then you would do the mentoring instead of us. And I know a number of you are white label partners. Some of you are doing a hybrid, which works really well, whereby you're bringing clients in, even though you're a white label partner, into the free 4-week funding program, essentially allowing us to do the mentoring so you don't have to do that. And then you can pivot them into your white label access to capital program for funding. And you can do that either immediately or at the end of the 4 weeks. So you can certainly do a hybrid. That's worked well. All right, and see, Doug's asking about these lender compliant themes. And so this is the graphical look, because again, we can export it as a PDF. We said we can export it as a Word or even as a PowerPoint. So let's see this.
Once you've completed your business plan, you can export your plan as a Microsoft Word document or as a professionally designed PDF file. When you export your plan to Word, you can customize the look of your plan. You can change formatting like font size, page breaks, or margins. When you export your plan as a PDF file, you can choose a professionally designed theme. Select a theme that fits your company's personality, and you'll impress lenders, investors, and business partners.
So there you go, Doug. Thank you for the question on that. Who else has questions on module 1? All right, Joseph, and Joseph's one of our top white label partners. He's a licensed realtor out of Arkansas. We talk about Joseph a lot. Joseph just wanted me to clarify. So in module 1, we actually start by talking about the 27 mistakes, which are the credibility factors that we want the client to be aware of. It's not an all or nothing, but Joseph, you're right. We start by talking about the 27 mistakes. Then we jump into lesson 1, and then we apply all that knowledge by putting it into Live Plan. So that's correct. So there's actually 2 lessons with lesson 1, and then we apply it using Live Plan. Thank you. Okay, who else has questions, comments, concerns regarding the process? All right, Brett's asking about the guidance. And so we will provide a mentor. We do provide a mentor for each client that's going through the free 4-week funding program, a real person that'll have a scheduled call once a week, 4 weeks with them, and can provide additional email and or tech support between times. But the Live Plan, one of the reasons that we chose it is it's very intuitive. It's a step-by-step approach. So let's watch this brief video.
Business planning is incredibly easy with LivePlan. Each section of your plan can be edited and includes simple instructions that are easy to follow. Sections also include multiple examples from other business plans to help you avoid getting stuck. With LivePlan, you don't have to stress about the financials. When you complete your forecast, LivePlan automatically adds great-looking, accurate charts to your business plan. Everything in your plan is customizable, so you can add, delete, or rearrange sections as you like. When you're finished with your plan, add a cover page, and then download or print your business plan. You can use one of our 10 themes to make your plan clean and professional and ready to impress investors.
Thank you for that. Okay, so Brett has a question here. So as a referral partner affiliate, so let's just go back. So on the free 4-week funding program, as Brett's pointing out, you can be a referral partner and it doesn't cost a penny. We'll provide you a landing page that'll look just like this. You'll have a unique URL. So that way, when you're out promoting this, each person that you refer to your page, this box is linked to you within our CRM. So you're automatically given credit for it. Okay, so Brett's question is, if he decides to go through this, do you have to accept what he's asking? Do you have to pay a performance fee? There's no performance fee, and this is to Brett and everyone else. There's no cost for clients to go through the free 4-week funding program. That's the important point here. We don't charge anything up front. There's no performance fee. It's 100% grant subsidized. So it's free. That's why we keep calling it free. So it's important to understand, even when we're helping the client get that $10,000 minimum of business credit, they do not pay a performance fee. The grant is providing this package to participants for free. Now, if they want further assistance afterwards, then you as a white label partner, as a referral partner, can plug them into the funding process, a second step, a separate step, if they choose that. And then that's where you're paid off of the back end. Our white label partners are averaging around $10,000 to $12,000. Our referral partners are averaging around $5,000 per client referred. So hopefully that explained, Brett. There is no performance fee in the free 4-week funding program. It's if they want to take that next step that they would move into the funding process, which is optional. All right, so Dwight's got a great question. Dwight's talking about clients with poor personal credit. And again, what we're trying to do is avoid focus on personal credit. We'll talk about it some in module 2, which we'll cover on tomorrow morning's training. We will do a soft credit pull, but our primary focus is on business credit. And the $10,000 that's guaranteed is in fact under the EIN. There's no use of personal credit. But let me get back to Dwight's question. Well, Dwight brings up a good point here. So at any point, so let's talk about the process. Maybe I should have put a process flow together. Here's what I would do if I were you. It's what I do, but it's what I would encourage you to do as well. Promote the free 4-week funding program. Of course, drive people to your link, not to the general page. People come into it, and then they'll sign up. You'll be notified. Of course, you get the back office reporting, all of that. Once they've signed up, then we'll be assigning a mentor. We'll start working on live plan with them in module 1. They're going to be feeling good and seeing results and happy because they didn't pay anything, of course. At any point, Dwight, you're more than welcome to reach out to them, give them a quick, thank you for enrolling. How's it going? And at any point, client, that you would like to proceed with your first tranche of financing, we can help you with that. And Dwight is like Bernard and Bruce and many others who are white label partners. And so if the client says, yeah, I'd like to go ahead and start my funding process now, even before I have completed the 4-week process, you can do that. And we can get them their first tranche of financing right away. So you can pivot them into your white label access to capital as soon as you want. So that's fine, Dwight. And that's what our top performers do. Our top performers see this as a great way to cast a very wide net, provide something that's very much needed, that's very much credible, allow us to do the mentoring so you don't have to, and then you can pivot them into your access to capital white label program at any point you want, based upon the premise of, hey, you might as well go ahead and get some funding now while you're going through this curriculum, and most people will upgrade. All right, so hopefully that answered your question, Dwight. Denise is asking timeline. So the links are automatically generated. Scott Stroud's our Chief Marketing Officer. So what will happen is you'll come down here, Denise, put in your information, obviously click yes if that's what the situation is, follow the steps, and then you'll end up getting a link quickly. There'll be a couple more steps to go through, but you don't pay anything and putting financial information in, but the link will be emailed to you almost automatically once you've completed that. It's not a manual process, it's an automated process now. That's what we had to do. We're just growing too quickly. We launched the free 4-week funding program only about a month ago, and the volume was incredible. And so that's great. So we realized we quickly needed to put full automation behind it. And Scott Stroud, our Chief Marketing Officer, who's exceptional at what he does, was able to help us get the whole system automated now. Okay, so Hannah's got the next question. Hannah's question is, will you see the leads? Yep. So as long as you're feeding into your landing page, and I think you sent a couple in, I was reviewing this morning, Hannah, so thank you for that. So as long as you're using your unique link, you'll refer clients. Again, we recommend that you allow the clients to fill this out, because when they fill this out and they click the blue button, it's going to take them to the next page, the terms and conditions. And while there's no cost, they're agreeing to the terms and conditions. You should not be agreeing to the terms and conditions for clients, because you don't have power of attorney over them. So I wouldn't fall into the trap of just putting a bunch of names and emails in here. You need to do whatever your campaign is and drive people to your page. Allow them to complete this, because again, once they complete this, they hit the blue button, it'll take them to the next page, terms and conditions. They accept that. Now they're in the program. But yes, you should see your leads in the system. And if you don't, I would encourage you to send an email over to Scott at smartmoneyalliance.org, or you can email me and I'll forward the email to Scott, but he manages the systems. And so if you feel like something's missing, or you don't understand something about the systems, I'll get you to Scott, because he's the architect and he can help you better than I. All right, so let's kind of wrap it up. We're at the bottom of the hour. So our goal today was to, again, reiterate that we've had a very successful launch of the free 4-week funding program. I'm glad we had this discussion today, because some of you didn't realize it was free, despite the fact that free is the first word. So there's no cost to the client. The full $2,500 cost is allocated, covered by the grant. There's no cost to the client. There's no performance fees owed by the client. And so you can become a referral partner. You can help small businesses, and you can make a lot of money by doing this. Well, how do you make money if it's free? Well, you go to the same page and you fill out and let us know you want to be a referral partner, just as we were going through. Then you'll get a link, and the page will look just like this. You'll drive people to it. People will get exactly what we promised. There's no surprises, no shell game, no bait and switch. We're going to take them through the free 4-week funding program, which includes live plan in module 1, week 1. And at any point that you would like, you could reach out to them if you chose to, and offer to assist them in becoming a funding client. If you're a white label partner, that most likely would be accomplished by enrolling them in your white label access to capital. If they decide to also become a funding client, that's great. Now you're going to receive your performance fee off their capital raise. If you're just simply a referral partner, you make 5 points averaging around 5,000 per client that you refer into the free program that goes through funding. If you're a white label partner, you choose your own performance fee. Most of you are going 10, 12, 15%. So thus you're making more. You do more as a white label partner, but you earn more. Are there any questions as we've reviewed, again, the free 4-week funding program? We've talked a little bit more about Live Plan and how it's free for our clients that are going through it. We pay for it for them. Any questions, comments, concerns? Because your takeaway is real simple. If you're not a referral partner, please become one. Go to 4weekfunding.org, go down to the bottom, fill this out, click the top button, follow the steps. You'll get a link, and then you can promote it. You don't have to sell anyone anything because there's no cost to the clients. A great value proposition. The live plan's included. And for those that bump up and become a funding client, not all will, but those that will, you would anticipate generating around $5,000. And all you've done is referred people to your free site. You can't beat it. All right, so Brett's got the last question before we close out. So Brett says he's gone here and completed this. Yes, so if you complete the steps, then the link will be, you'll get an onboarding email that'll have your link and access to the back office. If you don't see that, email us and I can get you a Scott to problem solve. But it's a systematic process, and we've added hundreds of referral partners since we launched this, and it's normally working fine. Maybe there was a glitch when you did it, Brett. But if you don't feel that you have what you need, just feel free to reach out to us and we'll problem solve individually. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. We will see you back tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Bye-bye.